it's an entitlement
I want to
system.
bring in Dr. Adam Perkins at this point as well. You've been listening to this argument, and in previous times you've argued that the welfare state has led to a production line of future generations of people relying on benefits. Why do you say that?
Yes, I think it's more a question of incentive. So research shows that our personalities determine how we process incentives. Okay, so the lower we score on a dimension known as conscientiousness, the stronger the incentive we require to go out to work. So what this ends up with is, if we have a system that doesn't take that into account, then we can proliferate unemployment, people who are not going to work when they could go to work. But I think we need less sort of interference at the benefit office stage, and just a simpler system that triages people, because most unemployed people by definition have an average personality profile, and so just need an arm around their shoulder, to just a bit of encouragement to go back to work. And then people at the lower end of the conscientiousness scale, which is about 16% of the population, need more of a stronger incentive to go to work.
Jack, comments on personalities there. People on benefits or claimants, job claimants, have different personalities.
Well, yes, we all have very different personalities. I mean, I think that we just heard there was a very long-winded way of saying that we're all homogenous, lazy scroungers. And actually, I'm struggling not to go full Hulk over here, but that's offensive and puerile.
Adam, I'll let you respond.
Yeah, I just said we differ on our personality, so we're not all super conscientious. Some of us are less conscientious than others. So treating everybody, the welfare state would work great if everybody was conscientious, because we'd only use it when we had to, and as soon as a job came along, even if it was below our qualification level, we'd grab it, just because we're conscientious. That's what being conscientious means.
Okay, Jack.
Okay, I'm conscientious. I was employed. I worked for the fire service, and when I had a child and could no longer work for the fire service because of the shift systems, I applied for over 300 jobs before I was a local newspaper journalist. I applied to be parking attendant, I applied to clean cafes, I applied to clean trains, I applied to do every single job at the job centre. Things that I was overqualified for. And I'm a conscientious person, and I ended up almost homeless, starving, on the breadline, and you're lumping me into some personality trait that you're saying that actually that I was hungry because I'm lazy, because I'm not conscientious, because I didn't try hard enough. And sorry, but don't rewrite my life experiences for me.
I've gone through the same thing. When I graduated with my bachelor's degree, I couldn't get a job. It was back in the early 90s. There was a dearth of graduate level jobs. I was on the dole. I was in and out of labouring jobs. Spent 2.5 years working in a clothing warehouse doing quality control.
So how can you talk like that about people when you claim to have had the same experiences? How can you then discount and discard them?
No, I'm just saying we need a bit more of a nudge if we're less conscientious. And so if we go back to Beveridge's report, Social Insurance and Allied Services, he knew this. So the original Beveridge vision of the welfare state was highly nuanced.
Okay.
It was a tightrope between providing a safety net but not encouraging idleness. And he actually advocated workfare, page 58, if you want to read it.
We can't go through every page of that, but
thanks
very much.